everything from this compartment. I can control the whole truck, where the water's going, where the water's coming in. I can control the lights, and in the event there's a big emergency, I can control the air horn. Air horn for this aspect on fire scenes is if we have to get out. So it's an emergency call for us, not for the people. Every compartment is broken up into assigned tasks, so depending on what we're trying to do on that scene, determines which compartment we go to. So our first compartment is called the engineer's compartment. Since it's right next to the pump panel, any tools that I need to help facilitate their job, I'm able to access while I'm still standing here monitoring the pump and all the water. We do keep extra hose up here in case I need to get either a supply or more tap lines. And then this is our foam system. So we're able to, any one of these lines that come off, I'm able to attach this yellow box to, and I can make my water now foam. So it's like a bunch of soap in there. That actually helps with getting into harder places. So like hay, you spray hay, the inside does not get wet. That foam actually will help penetrate all the way in. So it's a neat little scientific thing that I'm not 100% on.
You're just glad it works for me.
Right, exactly. We carry fire extinguishers just like what you all have at your house and in your schools. They are just a lot bigger. All right, a lot heavier. So we have ones for different things. So this is your normal, just like you all would have at your house. We have one that has a weird tip on it, and all this does is put out CO2. So it makes it so that it doesn't get that big puff of that cloud and get all dirty on in your house or in your classroom. We also have ones that we can refill at the station. These we cannot. We have ones that are just water. And they work really well for if you have like a bonfire at your house that's just gotten out of control. We're able to put that out. Carry a lot of tarps. Our primary goal here, of course, life safety and extinguishing the fire, but we also want to take care of people's houses. So we don't just go in there and start bouncing around in your house. We're able to put tarps down. If there was a room that was on fire and another room that wasn't, we're able to cover that room so that we're not getting smoke damage, soot, and everything. We try to take care of people's houses. We do have lots of tools, lots of hand tools to facilitate. We do have shovels. Like Lieutenant Bowen said, we do cover a wide array of emergencies. So we have shovels in case there was a hazmat scene, so we don't hurt the environment. We can control fluids that leak out, that sort of thing. Do carry a step ladder. That's probably one of the most used things, helping with smoke detectors, fire alarms. Comes in really handy. Moving down, this is what we call our ventilation compartment. So it's the fans and saws. The saws are primarily put on the truck for what we call roof operations. So cutting a roof open to help facilitate getting that heat and smoke out of your house. And then we have lots of different just saws that we have to cut gates open. Do have big fans. We do have cones because we have traffic accidents, so we like to be safe and help traffic be able to move across.
That doesn't look like a cone. Can you pull it out? Like,
absolutely.
what shape is a cone?
A circle.
Well, kind of like a triangle. Does that look like a triangle?
No.
All right. Grab your finger right here and pull straight up.
Big pull.
There you go.
Whoa.
Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going with it.
Good job.
Look at that.
So these are the cones we use that helps where it doesn't take up so much room when they collapse down. I'm able to keep about 7 on the truck.
Well, that's cool.
Back of the truck is one of the most, it looks very boring. We do put a lot of striping on it so that people can see us at night, but this actually carries some of the most important parts of the truck. So under this fancy cover are all of our hoses. All of these hoses are how we are able to get water from either a hydrant, your swimming pool, the lake, anything that has water in it, I'm able to take from. So all these hoses help facilitate that. And the orange hoses is what we fight fire with. Back here we also have all of our ladders. And this truck's, they're getting very unique with how they build fire engines. So the water tank in this truck actually wraps around this ladder compartment. So there's water all the way around this.
So up there, you've got orange and yellow.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
said yellow, orange does the firefighting.
Correct.
Is that one hose or is it two hoses? That orange there. You see how it's two stacks?
Oh, yes, it's all one, so they zigzag back and forth.
Yeah. So it looks like he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hoses, but it's probably three. Is it three? There's 8 stacks
There's
right here.
800 feet on it.
800
and there's
feet.
there's 100 or 50-foot sections.
Oh,
so
man.
there's 16 hoses in each right here.
Jeez.
That are all,
Jesus.
they are all put together and they're all lined up very neat. Now, y'all want to see something really cool?
Yeah.
All right, you guys stand back now.
Stand back, going behind the line.
Come right over there.
All right, and then slide this way. Slide this way. Oh my goodness. Slide this way. Slide this way.
All right, so who can tell me what this is? Or what does this look like? Does it look like a ladder?
Looks like a bow.
Does it look like a pole?
Yep.
So, it's actually a ladder. It folds out. So these two compartments are what we use primarily in the event of a car wreck. So we do have fancy tools to be able to move cars, move metal. All this is a big pair of scissors. What? Yes, ma'am. It'll actually pick that truck up.
Oh, wow.
That is heavy.
We do have more collapsible cones over here, and then all of our battery chargers and drills, just like you guys would have at your own house. We use the same thing. You said this is just one giant toolbox. Over here we have our shovels and brooms just for sweeping up debris in the roadways. And then we also have our air cylinders. So like I said, this isn't oxygen, it's just what you're breathing right now, it's just compressed. And all we have to do is turn this. Whoa!
Wow.
And
Again.
it allows us to breathe. We do have more in each one of these compartments. We carry a lot. 99% of the stuff on this truck is always to help the citizens, whether you live in the community or you're traveling through, or wherever we're called to meet. Sometimes we go out to Radcliffe, Rineyville, if they call us, we'll go. This compartment is solely our compartment. This is in the event something happens to us. We have tools in here that attach to our gear that allow us, if we've run out of air, if we've fallen through a floor, that's what this compartment's for. We also keep our water in here and a little bit of rope equipment, but all this is just primarily for us.
So this one.
How many
All right,
calls do you guys
legacy.
typically get, like a shift or a week or?
It goes in waves. We had 2 calls last shift. Some days we'll have 6 calls. This is actually one of the busiest stations. So we all cover almost the same amount of area as far as land mass, but we cover all the way from the hospital to Radcliffe, all the way down to Dolphin Drag. So we cover the highly populated area. Alrighty, and finally, this is our officer seat. So Lieutenant Andrews sits here. He made the joke that all he does is push buttons. He has these fancy buttons down in the floor, and he makes the siren and the horn go. He's able to talk to all of our other trucks. And we have a fancy, not so fancy computer here that is able to give us dispatch information and let us know what we're heading into. His seat is set up the exact same way. He has an air pack as well. His comes out very nice. And then we keep some tools we're able to put under the seats. Oh. Y'all want to go up front and I'll turn all the lights on?
Woo, look at all those lights. Wait, what color are his lights? Red.
Red and orange.
And orange, they're
And white.
yeah, and white. Okay. So I see you've got some numbers here. Does each truck have its own number, or does this stand for
But
something?
that's
So,
not
both,
Listen.
every truck in Hardin County has a numbering system, and it's something the county agreed on. So 20 dictates that this is E-Town. So if you go to Central, it's 10. I don't know what Rineyville is. 14 or something. But the first two digits, or no, they're 40. The first two digits dictate the department itself. The last two dictate what kind of vehicle is coming. So this is 2034. The 3 dictates that it's an engine, and then it's our 4th one. This is up to the department to assign. So this one is 2033. So it lets the county know that if they say, hey, 2033 is en route to Sonora, it lets them know that E-Town is coming and that an engine is coming. So if you get 2073, they know E-Town is coming, and since it's a 7, it's a brush truck.
Okay.
So they dictate all, rescue trucks are the 8s, and our little UTV is 90.
Can you guys tell Officer Yingling, did I say it right? Can you tell him what we learned that you do if your clothes catch on fire?
Stop, drop, roll.
Show him with your hands.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Oh, very good,
Yes.
guys. Now, what do you all do at night when you go to bed? Do you close your door? Do you leave it open?
I leave it open.
You leave it open?
I leave it closed.
All right, so
Let's listen to what he says.
it is very important that when you go to sleep, you talk to your parents, of course, if they want you to do this. But when you go to sleep, it's very important if you close your door. Because if there was a fire in your house, that door will actually stop it, and it will give you a lot of time for us to come get you. So it is very important if we close the doors.
What do we say to our firefighter friends?
Thank you.
Alright, so this room here is called our radio room. This is where we kind of put in our reports, and we can study in here for any tests or quizzes for certifications that we're taking. Our radios are right here. This is called our base station radio. So the base station radio is the one that will dispatch us through all the speakers in the station. It's super loud, and that's what they tone us out on. So right here you can see all the charges for our handheld radios. Those radios are what we use to communicate with each other on the fire ground, or for training. We can talk on the radios there. Also in here we have our medical cabinet. So if we use something on a medical run and EMS doesn't have it in the back of the ambulance, we have a bunch of extra stuff here that we can replenish our medical bag with.
Alright, so this is our training room. So this is where we do most of our training if we have to do it in-house. We've got a nice TV here so everybody can see. If we have to watch a video, you know, like you guys ever have to watch a video for class? Sometimes we have to too. And then also there's another place where we can take tests, or if we need a nice quiet place to study. And then if we come right across the hall right here.
So this room here is Lieutenant Andrew's office. So this is where Andrew does his run reports. Anytime we make a call, we have to come back and we have to document it. Does anyone know what document means? That means we have to write everything down of what happened on that run. So it'll tell us who was on the run. So today it'd be me, Justin, Dakota, and Andrew. And then we say where we went. So if it was at Chick-fil-A, where you guys are having lunch, sometimes we have fire alarms at Chick-fil-A. So we'd say that we went to Chick-fil-A.
They might.
But anyways, we document in our program record management, what the call was, and go from there.
Yeah, so this is our living room, just like a bunch of y'all have at your house, right? So after a long, long day of working hard, sometimes we get to come in here and sit down in recliners and we get to watch TV together, maybe watch a movie. You guys ever have movie night?
Yeah.
Sometimes we get a movie night when we're lucky. And then if you look right behind you, what do you guys think this place is?
What's that?
What does that look like?
Kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is our kitchen. So like Dakota and Andrew were saying, we're here for 24 hours. So we eat here, we sleep here, we get to relax here, and we pretty much live here a full day before we get to go home again for 2 days. We have 4 refrigerators here. Isn't that crazy? 4 refrigerators. So we have one here, and then there's 3 other ones out in the bay. Each shift has their own refrigerator, and then we share one refrigerator in here that we keep like ketchup and mustard and stuff like that, and then we all share. So we cook all of our meals here. We eat breakfast on the weekends, and then lunch and supper here during the week. So I do most of the cooking for our shift. Dakota helps me out quite a bit, and so does Justin every once in a while. Lieutenant Andrew will sometimes catch a wild hair and help cook for us. But That's what we do in the kitchen. So we sleep here. Did you guys know that? Yeah, so these are our bedrooms. We have 4 quads. So we have, each one has 2 beds. So we each get our own bedroom, and there's only 4 guys here. Sometimes if there's a bad storm or something, we have to call extra people in. They'll backfill those beds.
Sleeping, police officers go to your.
Police officers have to stay up at night. We get to sleep. So we sleep here, and if we get a call in the middle of the night, it'll wake us up. So it's really loud, and it makes a bunch of beeping, and it also dispatches us on our phones, so our phones will vibrate, and we'll know that we're getting a call. So we'll go out here, and we'll show you the gear area. So y'all can see here that we have a washer and a dryer because we can do laundry here too. Since we're here for a long time and we work out and stuff, some of our clothes will get dirty and sweaty, so we'll wash our clothes here. So this is where we keep our fire gear in these lockers. We have 3 different lockers here. We have one for our gear, one for our uniforms, and then one is a bathroom locker that we can keep our towels and soap and stuff in. So that's what all of our lockers are for. So Lieutenant Andrew is going to put on a show for y'all.
He talked about the air packs in the seats, kind of like a backpack, right? And you guys were out there at the truck. So did he talk about why they're in the seats? Why are they in the seats? We remember?
Because then they're in the back.
Right. So it makes it faster for us to put them on, right? Because they're already there.
It puts the hat on.
Did he talk about this stuff at all? No? Okay. So what's weird about these pants?
Put your boots in.
Yeah, my boots are in them. Y'all take y'all's pants off like this at home?
No.
You might after you get done watching me because it makes it super fast. Your mommy and dad will be like, you put your clothes on super fast. You might not either. So anyway, we'll talk about this stuff real quick, okay? Our gear is heavy and it keeps us safe though, right? Because it is fire resistant, right? So it's got a couple different layers on it. Everybody see the different layers? So we have 1 layer, 2 layer, and then 3 layers, right? So this keeps us safe, this back piece, right? The outside of it keeps us safe from stuff like falling on us or maybe burning us a little bit or something like that, right? So it's gonna keep it, all these 2 layers safe. This layer keeps the hot water from maybe burning us or something like that, right? And then this layer keeps the heat off of us because fires are hot, right? So this stuff keeps us cool, okay? So, like we were talking about fast-wise, right? So everything that we do is about, going fast. So that's why we have lights and stuff on the truck to where we can get there quickly and help people, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because we got to see the lights and stuff outside, didn't we? Yeah, that's the cool part. So our pants and our gear is set up for the same thing. We have these in the seats to make it fast. We have our boots in our pants to make it fast. Okay? And we practice it so much that we start off really slow and then we get fast. So we're going to do it really slow right now so we can see it. Okay? And we're going to talk about each piece. So with this gear here, it keeps us from getting burnt. So we have to make sure that all of our skin is covered. Okay? So what do you guys think I put on first? The boots, right? You showed me I showed you taking my shoes off, so you just got it. All right. So we've got our boots on.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to pull my pants up, right? Just like we do at home, except for our shoes are in our pants. All right. So these pants are really heavy. I've got all kinds of junk in the pockets, right? So I've got to have suspenders. Does anybody have any suspenders on their clothes? No. Your pants probably don't weigh as much as mine do either. All right. So at this point, my bottom half is covered, right? No skin showing. You don't see my toes hanging out or nothing.
You did it right.
It's quick, wasn't it? All right. So the next thing we have is a hood. Okay. Does anybody wear a toboggan when it's cold outside?
Yeah.
Cover your ears. Huh?
I wear every hood.
Really?
I have a jacket.
You have a jacket? I have a jacket too. It's right here. All right. So
I
our
wear a
hood.
lot of hoods.
All right. So this hood right here is mine. All right. And it's going to cover my neck. It's really long. See? So it's going to cover my neck. So it's got to go on before my jacket, so it's on the inside, right? Let's see.
Look like a gown.
Look like a what?
Look like a gown.
A gown?
Yeah.
All right. So now I've got my hood on. I'm going to put my jacket on. Okay?
How?
What do you mean? Just like you put a jacket on. It goes on the same.
Flashlight.
I do have a flashlight.
Yeah, I saw you in the living room. Yeah, pliers too.
I do have pliers.
I think
'Cause
little zipper.
Did he talk about the truck being a big toolbox?
Yeah.
He didn't talk about that?
He did.
Nope.
He did? Okay, he did. So I'm also my own toolbox. Okay?
That's all you have.
So I've got all kinds of stuff in here. I've got all kinds of stuff in here. Yep, I've got scissors, just in case I need to cut something. I've got all kinds of stuff in here. More cutters, all kinds of good stuff. Pockets are just full of stuff. So I'm a walking toolbox.
I got
All right?
pliers.
So now, since I have all of this stuff protected, right? Except for my hands, because we're gonna put gloves on last. Okay. So can anybody breathe smoke in here? No. So that's why we have this mask, right? Can you wear it? No. You get a job here, you can wear it. You can wear one. But I can't let you put any of it on, okay? So this mask helps me breathe the air in the air packs like he talked about, right? So it connects to this and I can breathe it. So this here is just the air we're breathing right now, okay? Just shoved into this bottle. That's what that red machine over there does, okay? So I'm gonna put my air pack on just like a backpack. A really heavy backpack. It is a very heavy backpack. It has
I can hope that
a bunch of batteries in it.
he puts the mask on.
Yep. So I'm gonna put this on just like I would in the truck. Except it's a little harder because it's on the ground. But I'm gonna put this on,
Strap it in.
strap it in, just like a seatbelt.
Yep, like a
Just
seatbelt.
like a seatbelt.
Yep.
Right? So now it's on my back. Right? So the next thing I gotta do to make it work is I gotta put the mask on.
That's gonna be cool.
Alright?
Yeah.
Does everybody remember it's still just me, right? I'm just gonna have a mask on, okay? It's gonna make it a little harder for me to hear before I turn this thing on. Because once I turn it on, I've got a microphone.
Gonna be loud.
Well, I'm gonna be loud because it's gonna amp, it's gonna make you easier for you to hear me, okay? Because it's getting ready to be muffled.
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be harder to hear me. It's already harder to hear me, right? Why are you covering your ears? It's still just me.
Logan.
That's all right. So now I've got my hood on, or I've got my mask on. Now I need to pull my hood up and cover my ears. I like my ears. I don't want them to get burnt. I don't hear very good, but I still need them. All right. So now I'm gonna put my helmet on, so I gotta protect my head, right? I only get one of them. I need to protect it. All right. So now I'm gonna turn this on. It's gonna be a couple beeps, and then it's gonna be over. Okay.
What about your
Wait,
gloves?
let's listen.
Put the gloves on last. Okay. That's one beep. Good.
That wasn't bad.
Gonna beep again here in just a second. All right. Now I'll put my gloves on. Can everybody hear me pretty good?
Yeah.
You're getting ready to hear me real good. Okay. So now I don't have any skin showing. I'm all covered up. And now I'm getting ready to start breathing out of this bottle instead of in here, okay? Can you hear me better now? It's really loud now. Now I don't have to yell at Firefighter Dan and Firefighter Dakota. Now I can talk normal, right? So I hear how it's really muffled right now and we probably have to yell at each other? Now I don't have to. Make it better? Everybody good? Everybody cool with it? Y'all do fist bumps or high fives or what do you want to do?
You want to give him a high five? This one, there you go. Either one.
Either one.
You're
Either
fine.
one. Pick
Reach up there and get it.
pick your poison. Alright. Everybody good? You want a high five too? Alright. So, I think we're about done out here.